Let's see how our back and shoulders are today. And we're going to roll down. Make sure that bolster is right on your low back to support it as you roll down. And if you need something under your head so your throat can relax, make sure you put your blanket or whatever underneath your head. And then we'll start with some deep inhales and exhales and relax the spine on each exhale. Feel that ocean wave of the inhale, opening the belly and the mid-chest and the upper chest. And letting the back and shoulder muscles release on each exhale. And if you're feeling comfortable, you can start to stretch the arms out in a T and then bring the elbows in. So it's not quite a T, but just where your arms are comfortable. Just to add a little extra stretch across the chest and feel the back muscles working. We're just going to do one more of these and then stretch the arms back out and bring them slowly up over the chest and then back out to the side. And let's do a couple more of these, waking the arms up and keep going. Now we're going to reach the arms up over our head and let's do some angel arms, bringing the arms down out to the side and then up again, either over the chest or out to the side. Just find that lengthening wherever you are. You can keep your eyes open or closed. And this is our last one. And as we go slowly, feel the opening across the chest, the pectoral muscles, and we're going to put our elbows on the mat and then hands on our low ribs. And slightly release the jaw. Either let the mouth be a little bit open, but just feel that release in the jaw. And notice as the jaw releases, so does the belly and all of the facial muscles. Let's take 5 slow breaths. Notice these subtle changes, even in the hips and the legs. The spine is continuing to lengthen. Now we're going to reach the arms straight up over the chest and kind of lengthen them over the head. Feel that evenness. And then we're going to reach them over to one side as we turn our head there. And then to the other. You can bend the arms. Let's try that again. And we're going to come bring those arms down and turn our whole body to the right. And we're going to start with those big shoulder circles just with the shoulders, bent arm, and do a couple just with the shoulder. So you feel when we get to the whole arm, you feel the difference. And we're working on our shoulders. You know, the trapezius, the neck, and the shoulders are so related. And that's why we want to remember to keep our jaw soft, even if you happen to open your mouth a little bit. We're making these even bigger, like you're drawing this circle with your elbow, even moving the upper body, the head. And let's start to lengthen the whole arm. And if your shoulder is injured, just keep that arm bent. We're opening up the fascia. And it takes a little bit to open up fascia, to open it up and warm it up. So we're giving ourselves grace and time. Let's do one more circle. And we're going to hold that arm or elbow open a little bit. Just find what needs opening on this side, this left side. For me, it's right underneath the arm and the whole side. But it changes, you know, as the fascia opens, you can keep that movement going. If you close your eyes, you can feel where that movement is happening in your body. We're just observing and following. Unwinding. And we're going to bring that arm back around and lengthen the upper body right on the bolster for our spinal twist, and reach the arms forward and breathe. Make sure the upper body can relax, adjust the bolster so you're really on there. And let's take 5 slow breaths, feeling the pause between each breath. And we're going to continue to lengthen here. So we're going to walk our hands forward, press ourselves up, and twist to the right a little bit more and move the bolster to support this extra lengthening, and then lay the chest back down and reach the arms forward and breathe. And just notice we're lengthening, and let's reach a little bit farther and take 3 more breaths. And then we're going to bring our hands closer to press ourselves up and move the bolster back to the center, because we're going to go over to the other side. Let's roll the legs and our whole body. We're going to put ourselves down on our left side and start with the right shoulder circles, bending the arm. Easy does it. Slow it down. You're welcome to close your eyes. And with your mind's eye, you're kind of watching, creating that circular movement. Feel that extension across the chest. Let's do a few more. And we're gradually getting that, starting to use the whole arm. Whenever you're ready, we're going to circle with the whole right arm. And again, going slowly so you can feel and monitor the movement, just observing. And one side might be different than the other. Let's do one more slow circle. Just kind of loosening that whole arm and side up. And then we're going to hold the arm open and just follow that inner movement. If you need to support the arm, you can put the block or something underneath your arm. Otherwise, lengthen and breathe. And 2 more breaths. And easy does it. Bring that arm back around, and we're going to face the chest toward the bolster, lengthening the arms forward, and breathe. So as we watch our body, sometimes you need to stretch more, but sometimes you just need to let yourself be and just acknowledge where you are. And every day's a little bit different. So let's take 3 more breaths. And we're bringing our hands back. We're going to press them down and lift up. And let's do the same thing here to increase the stretch. We're going to kind of use that bolster and walk it a little to the left, and then bring the chest back down and continue to reach and lengthen. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And now we're going to bring our hands back, and we're going to first off kind of come forward and do a straddle. So we're going to have the bolster between our legs, and let's start by sitting up nice and tall and just feeling. We're going to look straight ahead and lean a little forward and a little back, and kind of find our center here. Just easily, just a couple inches forward, a couple inches back. And then find the center and relax the shoulders. Just feel the breath coming in the belly and opening up the ribs. And if you feel like you're rushing the breath, use your counting to slow it down. Now let's gently lean forward, and if you need something underneath your bolster, you can use your block at either height. It kind of just depends, but we're going to lengthen forward and breathe. Make sure your forehead can press down. as we observe ourselves opening, we're just feeling this gentle release in our body. Let's take 5 slow breaths. So before we get up, let's stretch our arms for a deep breath. Kind of notice the back muscles stretching. And then we're going to walk our hands toward us to press ourselves up. And just feel the difference in the center. Notice the difference because our spine is already longer. Let's put the bolster on our right leg and reach toward the foot. And breathe. And 3 more breaths. Really good. We're going to come back up to the center and just notice and take a breath. And then let's move the bolster to the left leg. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to reach toward the left foot and breathe. And a couple more slow breaths. And before you come up, just notice what is stretching in your body. Those back muscles, the hamstrings, we're just observing. And then we're going to come back up to the center and take another deep breath and just feel. And let's sit cross-legged and use this bolster in front of us for a second. So we're going to hinge from the hips. I'm going to put my chin here, but it just depends on you. You can bring your arms over the bolster. If this isn't comfortable, you could use your block to support your head. But now feel the difference in the stretch. And let's take a few more slow breaths, feeling the pause between each breath. And know that we have these parts of our body that are constantly supporting us and they hold tension. So we're just giving them the opportunity to release. Let's take 3 slow breaths. And then we're going to gently come back up and take a breath. Just kind of feel. Let's put our fingers or our hands down behind us. We're going to lengthen, squeeze the shoulder blades together and look up. And then we're going to come back to the center and we're going to put our bolster down beside our right leg. And we're going to first start by twisting to the right. Feeling that stretch, and then we're going to twist to the left. And then come back to the center, and now we're going to use our bolster with the right arm and bring the left arm over our head. And if you don't like the position of the bolster, just kind of move it around, whatever is comfortable. It's just there for support. And feel that lengthening on your left side. And 2 slow breaths. And then we're coming back up. Take a breath in the center, kind of feel the difference. Let's move the bolster over to the other leg, left leg. And we're going to do the same thing here. Left arm down, right arm over. And feel that lengthening and how gravity is elongating our right side. And 2 more breaths. And then let's gently come back to the center and just feel. Let's see about our neck now. We're going to bring the right ear toward the right shoulder. And take another breath. And then we're coming back up, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Left ear toward the left shoulder. Just relax the neck and the upper back and shoulders. And we're going to come to the center and lengthen our legs out because we're going to do our back bend now. We're slowly getting to the, lengthening the spine. We're going to put the bolster behind our hips and then lay over that and put our head down on the block. Whatever setting is good for you, for that block so it supports your head. And make sure that your head can really rest here because our head weighs a lot, almost 10 pounds. So it's a lot to carry. Now we're going to feel that release in the jaw again and close our eyes. First thing is notice if one side feels different than the other and kind of lengthen your legs or move your feet so you feel even on both sides. And let's go back to that slow breath. We're feeling the pause between each breath. And we're adding a visualization with this slow breath and visualizing sparkling light coming into our body as we're breathing. Feel this sparkling light in your fingers and palms. Moving up through the arms. This beautiful energy moving into the shoulders, into the throat area and head, down through the chest, into the inner organs. The spine, the hips, and legs, and feet. So it now has reached the end of your toes, as well as your fingertips. This sparkling light is feeding our whole body with energy and vitality. Feel it. Let it be your focus. And we're resting in this energy. And this energy is around us at all times. If your mind wanders from this energy, bring it back to this focus for a few more slow breaths. Notice how your belly is expanding as well as the ribs as we observe our body being filled with this energy and vitality. Feel that sense of inner smiling with each breath. Our whole self is filled with peace. As we feel this embracement, let's take 5 gentle breaths. And now we're going to transition. Let's just move and roll over to the right side. And again, we're going to stretch that left side as we bring the arm over our head and just let it be where it is. Feel that stretch. And with our eyes closed, you could feel that inner movement, what's happening in your body. Just go with that movement. Anything if you want to roll yourself open a little bit more as you breathe and lengthen. And we're accepting the energy into our body and taking 3 slow breaths. And let's gently transition and roll to the other side and do the same thing. And we're supporting our head with the block so we can bring the right arm over our head and just lengthen and let that energy move through your body, through the shoulder and the side and the back. Even feel the tension being released in your jaw. And let's take 3 slow breaths. And now we're going to gently go back to the side and take another breath. And use the hands, we're going to roll up. And let's sit so that we're facing forward and that bolster is behind us. And just kind of feel, we're going to close our eyes and just integrate what we've done so far. Feel that gentle movement in the body with the breath. And as you observe your body, feel that movement with the breath created in the whole body, so there's more circulation and vitality. Now we're going to open our eyes and we're going to move the bolster next to us so we can roll down on our back. Even the dog likes this class. And let's roll down. We're going to start with our knees coming into our chest, and now just kind of rock them side to side. And even make those circles with the hips and circle in the opposite direction. We're going to put our feet down and take a breath. Just know now that our spine is supported easily and comfortably. We're going to raise our right leg up and point and flex the foot. Couple more times, make some circles with the foot. And we're going to circle in the opposite direction. Let's cross that right foot over the left thigh. Just feel and notice the right hip kind of rolling down. Then we're going to roll the leg over to the left and do a spinal twist. And breathe. And one more breath. So let's uncross the leg and come back to the center and put our feet down. Switching our legs and lift the left leg up. And here we go, pointing and flexing the left foot. Bringing a little bit more energy into the leg, and let's make some circles with the foot. And circle in the opposite direction. Now we're going to cross the right or the left foot over the right thigh, and here we go, rolling the legs to the right. And in our spinal twist, just see if you can relax here for a couple of breaths. And last slow breath. Let's uncross the leg. We're going to come back to the center, both feet down, and start some pelvic tilts. So first the feet press down, then we're bringing the navel to the spine and feeling especially the low back lengthening. Sacrum is rolling down on the mat. So we feel those lower vertebrae pressing down. Let's do a couple more. At the same time, the belly is coming in. So that pelvic floor is supported. Now let's start to roll the hips up really slowly. It's kind of like an elevator, going up and then slowly, slowly rolling down. And we're going to do a few more. Take your time with this. And let's do one more time. We're going to keep our hips up And take a couple of breaths. Just feel that stretch. Now, if your bolster or your block is close by, we're going to slide it underneath us so that our hips are supported when we press them back down. Shoulders are rolling down so the whole back is lengthening. And let's lift our legs straight up. And now we're going to open them out and control this as we bring them back in. Just comfortably. And a couple more. Let's point our toes and we're going to open our legs out. So we're going to increase the movement here. Different muscles when we point rather than flex. And we're bringing more circulation to our hips. And now let's do them in the opposite direction. These big circles, opening the legs. And one more time. And then we're going to keep our legs straight up and just feel. We're going to drain our legs for a bit. And if you want to either close your eyes or practice drishti gazing, which is soft eyes, you can. If you're practicing the drishti gazing, you're just looking between the feet and the eyes are like halfway open. The jaw and tongue is relaxed. Our brain is soft. And we're letting our body be exactly where it is today. Notice the pause between each breath. And find that 3-part breath and feel it. Feel how that lower belly is activated with the breath. And there's different and more circulation coming into the throat area, blood flow into the brain. And we're not on our neck. We're really using the shoulders here and balancing our body, balancing the endocrine system for complete balance and harmony in our body. Remember that feeling of the sparkling light and recall and feel that feeling again of that beautiful sparkling light coming into your body. It's coming down through your feet and ankles and legs. through the inner organs and chest and heart, through the lungs, and up through the throat area and into the head, down through the shoulders and arms and each finger. Feel the softness and gentleness in your whole body. And let's take 3 conscious breaths. Now let's bend our legs and put our feet back on the mat and just feel that. Close your eyes and feel the energy now rushing back into your feet, into the legs. And we're going to lift up a little bit so we can push this bolster away from us. So the back of our legs are on the bolster. And let's reach our arms over our head and just breathe. And if this isn't comfortable for your arms, just find a place for your arms. And feel the difference now in your body. And let's take 5 slow breaths. So the inhale is just as important as the exhale. Let's bring our arms wherever they're comfortable. Maybe you need to move them, bring them down, and take a few more breaths, feeling the lightness in your body. Notice how the jaw and tongue is relaxed. Now let's roll over to our side. Take a couple of breaths on the side. And we're going to use our hands and press ourselves up. And let's sit on our bolster. And we'll sit cross-legged and close our eyes and find this position, feeling the comfort in our spine as our shoulders roll down. Palms facing up on our lap. Maybe you still feel some movement in your spine. We've created this softness and gentleness. We're going to open our eyes and twist to the right. Just feel and breathe. And then we're twisting to the left. And we're going to come to the center and put our feet down. So we're going to lean forward and hold the feet. Just release the head. And as your body releases, keep lengthening forward for a couple more breaths. And we're going to come back up and do our pretzel pose. So right leg in front, left leg behind, or wherever it's comfortable. We're twisting to the right again and letting the left hip come up and just finding another deeper spinal twist. And let's walk ourselves forward, hinging from the hips. And even walk your arms a little to the left. And back to the center. We're going to come on up. And let's try the other leg in front. So I'm going to scoot over to the right side of the bolster. Left leg in front. And right leg behind. And feel this lengthening out of the hip as you twist to the left. And then we're going to let the right hip lift up as we do our spinal twist and lengthen. And let's walk forward with the arms. And then a little bit to the right. And take a couple more breaths. And let's come back to the center. And now we're going to sit cross-legged again. And close our eyes and let the shoulders release. Feel how the palms are facing up. And feel the breath. Now we're going to bring our hands to our heart to seal in our practice and wish ourselves good health and harmony to all of our cells, all of our molecules, peace to our homes and families and communities, and peace to our brothers and sisters everywhere. Let's take a nice slow inhale and sigh. One more time. Namaste. Thank you, ladies, for coming today. I hope you have a lovely Sunday.
Thank you, you too. It was wonderful.
Great.
Thank you, Marion. That felt
Thank you so
so
much.
good.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. Yay. Okay. You're back, Carol. We're glad you're back.
Yeah.
Thank you. I am. I'm back. Good. Good.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.